who is in charge right now? This is Still Life with Zombies. I've heard so much conflicting information or not enough, whatever. The government's in Hawaii, okay, fine. What is the government right now? Is it like a room of 5 people? How old are these people? I only ask that because if they're of a certain age, then one of them could die and eat the other 4, because that's what you get when you have people the age of your grandparents running the show. Am I being ageist right now? Sure. At this point I am. But it would be nice to know that whoever is in charge has a strong heart, never smoked, maintains a healthy lifestyle, if not knowing what to do, then at least having people around him who have some idea of what to do. And what the hell, man? Everybody else is expected to retire after 65 and you get a new job? There's reports of Germany and Russia and China and Australia trying to take the lead on this. And I'm okay with that if it means doing something. And on the other side of this how the hell did that happen spectrum, I'm seeing feed about companies like Amazon and Alphabet Incorporated and Disney volunteering to take control. Disney. And why? Because they have so much money that it would make sense for them to be in control of everything. And that's where we are right now. And the media is putting talking heads on who are vying for this to be a thing. And is it a good idea? And I'm not saying there is an end to all this, because have you looked outside? Doesn't seem like we're winning. I know I have a very limited perspective, but right now there's a grand march of zombies and solutions are getting weird and nothing seems to be working. But what if Disney gets control of the global community? I'm picking Disney because I still can't wrap my head around it. Will Disney relinquish control once the threat is done? Like, hold on. Who saved Rome? Back to farm. Cincinnatus. That guy. Cincinnatus. Ancient Rome was in they were having issues. I don't feel like reading this whole article. I know that this guy came in, fixed everything, and when he was done, he went back to the farm. And is Disney going to do that? Go back to the Magic Princess farm once this is done? Or Amazon? Or the people who own Google and YouTube and maybe way too much of the internet in the first place? I mean, if we're going to forfeit control of the world to a company so we can get through all this, can it be like Trader Joe's? I like their business model. I think if Trader Joe's was in control, then they would be okay in turning back control and going back to selling gluten-free bread and fancy nuts. But I don't know. I have no idea how that would all unfold. But it's power. It's just power, and a lot of people have it, and no one seems to know what to do with it right now, if they ever knew what to do with it except get more of it. And I don't know. Once we get through the zombie apocalypse, are Disney and Trader Joe's going to have to go to war against each other? Will Disney win because they have more money, or will Trader Joe's win because they provide all their employees with health insurance? These are the questions I don't want to have twirling around in my mind. I was on my roof today, looking down, there was a lot of people on their roofs today watching and just gatherings of people, I think watching to see if any zombies were trying to break into their apartment buildings. There's this whole mob of them down the street around the old folks' home, so I imagine it's bad, and that's why there's so many of them there. So I'm there on the roof, and I'm looking at all the people. Somebody brought a grill. They brought a grill up there, and they were having a cookout. You could see the smoke. It was like a rooftop picnic they were having. Good for them. Do what you got to do. Just make sure that meat's cooked. Anyway, so we're watching, and then I think this was probably drug related. I can't say for sure. It may have just been somebody hit the wall, somebody just snapped. This guy, the big guy, he runs out of the apartment building, the apartment building about 3 doors down from me, and he just runs out shirtless, big time fan of tattoos. That was clear. And he runs out and he's screaming like a motorcycle, something loud, just angry and clearly out of his mind. And he just starts beating the shit out of every zombie he can find. He's pro wrestling, he's cage matching, he's doing moves that are maybe prettier more than practical. And I can hear someone, an older woman, she's screaming at him in Spanish, just bawling, just screaming at him. But this guy's he's not stopping for anything. He's clotheslining and pile driving, and it's just, for a while there, it looked like he was getting somewhere, like one-man army shit. Couldn't take my eyes off him, and neither could anyone else. I mean, here's this guy, he had to be on something, just wrecking zombies, and I can see a group of people come out of the same building. They're trying to wrestle him back inside, but then he's having none of it. He just starts tearing into them as well. And then there's other groups having a totally different reaction, coming out with baseball bats and, I don't know, other things. Like one guy had a tennis racket, and they're there for support, like they're going to take back, if not the neighborhood, then at least this street. And there's cheering happening, and people who are still on the roof start throwing things, I think trying to be helpful, and they were inspired, so that's what they thought to do. And the whole thing lasted about, I don't know, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. More kept coming up from the old folks' home. They moved back up here, up the street, and people got and people ran out of things to throw, and the cheering was replaced with awful, loud sadness and terror, because we weren't going to win, but we were still going to watch out of reverence, or because we watch. That's what we do. The horrible thing happens and we watch it happen, and that's all that's left that we can do. And I can't, it's in there now. I can't unsee that. You don't forget it. It loops. It becomes your thoughts and your dreams. And for something like this, it becomes the common memory. And I can see this. I can see where if this was all dealt with, it will still be a thing, and there will be people trying like hell to forget, and others saying that we should never forget, because if we do, then it can happen again. Like, this will never be a one-time thing. It's just what life is now. And that does not bode well for the people who want to forget, to have the chance to not be reminded. Granted, it may be the Mad Max thing, in which case we'll have to fight over drinking water and drive cars through deserts. Where do all the big cities go in the Mad Max time? We never get to see places like Chicago in the Mad Max time. What's happening there? Do people move to the desert because there's more room to drive? Is there a climate change message in it? I think there may be a climate change message in it, and the Mad Max world is dried up, so everything's a desert. You don't really get a world perspective in Mad Max movies. I don't know. I may have missed something. I saw so the 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 light in my room it flickered a little bit today. We'll see you tomorrow. Like, share, and don't die, okay? Okay.